Good afternoon. I'm Ann McInerney-Ogle, Mayor for the City of Vancouver, and today is Thursday, May 7th. Again, thank you to Alex and Abel, our American Sign Language interpreters this afternoon. There's a lot of confusion and frustration over our state's stay-at-home order, and we've received a lot of questions asking why the city doesn't reopen businesses and resume public events right now. And even though we're all anxious to see businesses reopen, our residents need to get back to work, and for all those public events to get started, we're anxious ourselves. But we must remember that these are the orders of the governor and they are state law. The city does not have the legal authority to override or to veto a gubernatorial proclamation or order. All of us must abide by our state law. The governor's orders and regulations as a result of COVID-19 responses are in place for the purpose of protecting lives in the context of this pandemic. It's been difficult to adjust to the stay-at-home order over the past several weeks, but we are seeing lots of sign of movement. Governor Inslee recently issued a 4-phase plan to guide the reopening of businesses and activities in Washington, and with the first phase starting 2 days ago on Tuesday, May 5th. So I reviewed in my Tuesday update that first phase, and it included reopening some businesses and outdoor recreational activities, and we're looking forward to phase 2 starting June 1 if everything is safe to do so. Phase 2 will provide for the reopening of even more businesses and activities, so that's good news. And things are moving forward at a gradual pace, but at a pace that will allow our businesses to reopen and social events to start again while ensuring the safety of our community. The ability to move through the reopening phases is dependent on health data, and it's showing that our infection rates are remaining low. So it's important that we keep practicing physical distancing, especially this weekend when the temperatures are expected to be in the 80s. We expect to see a lot of people out and about walking on trails and in the parks this weekend. All of the city parks and trails are open with the exception of Wintler Park. But don't forget that the playgrounds, the sports courts, and those active recreation areas do remain closed at this time. The park itself is open, but not the playgrounds. Please use the park system safely. Keep 6 feet between you and people who are not members of your immediate household. And in addition to being out on the trails and parks this weekend, many are thinking of going to the lake to cool off during that 80-degree heat. But please keep in mind that the lakes and the rivers are still very, very cold from the winter runoff, and the currents may be moving quickly. Our lakes and rivers in Southwest Washington are still cold enough to shock and immobilize even the strongest of swimmers. So please, protect yourself, your children, and your pets when you're out this weekend. As we start moving through the phases of reopening and more people start going out into public, there's a need for face coverings and masks. So I was recently notified of Masks for Mayors initiative. It was sponsored by the U.S. Conference of Mayors and a company called Bella Canvas. And through this exciting initiative, they're donating more than 1 million non-medical grade masks to mayors across the country. So I put my order in for over 7,000 masks for Vancouver, and I'm looking forward to being able to distribute them to our community as soon as possible, as soon as next week when they arrive. Let's keep the number of coronavirus cases down here in Vancouver. Wear a face covering when you're out at the grocery store or in any area where you may come in close contact with others, where you can't keep that 6-foot distancing. Thank you for your patience as we continue to work through the crisis in our community. We realize that the pandemic is having a huge impact on our community, but we will make it. Please take care of yourself. Have a wonderful weekend. Be with your loved ones. Call Mom for Mother's Day weekend. Congratulations, Mom. You made it to 90. Take care.